going on, movie fans? Welcome to Movie Rounders Live. We are back after a 2-week hiatus. I'm Matt, Bethany, Daniel, and we brought Phil back in because we're going to talk a little bit about Phil here when we get to the second topic. But we're happy to be back. We're happy to bring you a whole bunch of movie topics that we have to go over today, including the big Star Wars bracket. I know I sent it out earlier. That's just how the competition fell. And those were based on your guys' own choices. The three movies that didn't make it were The Last Jedi, The Rise of Skywalker, and Solo. So I can't be too mad at your choices there. So we are going to get ready to kick off here. Y'all send comments over here so I know that the comments are working. So y'all comment, just say here or hi or Power Rangers sucks, whichever one.
Or Tampa Bay cheated.
Yes. All right, so we kind of threw this one in here a little bit. Tony was supposed to be on the show. He had a problem at the last minute, so we brought in Phil. We're going to talk about Enola Holmes and The Devil All the Time, both Netflix shows. We're going to give kind of our reviews of both of those. So we're going to start with Bethany. Bethany, go ahead and talk to us about Enola Holmes. We'll start with Enola Holmes. Everybody go around, and then we'll do The Devil All the Time. So, Bethany, start with Enola Holmes. Your first thoughts and reviews of that.
Enola Holmes is actually very good. Surprisingly good. Did not think it would be that good. Don't know why. I love Sam Claflin. I love Millie Bobby Brown. I'm ambiguous on Henry Cavil. Helena Bonham Carter is great for her minor role in the movie, but it's definitely something that you should watch. It kind of got a little dark there at the end, and I was like, "Oh, this is not a kids' movie," but overall it's very good for all ages. 10 and up, maybe? I don't know. I enjoyed it. I thought it was great, and it's a very good story, and I hope it's a franchise that they continue to do stuff with because it was a lot of fun. I want another one.
All right, Daniel, tell us about Enola Holmes.
I just want to say I was talking to Tony the other day about it. This movie is very refreshing. I had a wonderful experience watching it. I think if you watch it, you're not gonna be disappointed. It's family safe and it's really well done. Millie Bobby Brown, oh my God, she's just phenomenal. She's like the new actress of this decade and like coming up. I mean, her future is so bright. I mean, you got to watch for her. Everybody knows her from Stranger Things, right? But oh my God, she is brilliant in this. I mean, she's phenomenal. And she was a producer on the movie. I mean, you can't get any better.
I enjoyed Enola Holmes. I didn't like it as much as Tony did. Tony said it was his favorite movie of the year so far. So I'll give you Tony's real quick review of it. But I thought it was fine. It was pretty good. The portrayal of Sherlock I thought could have been a little bit better. And that's not saying Henry Cavill didn't do a good job. It's just the way the character was written, I thought could have been written a little bit better. Millie Bobby Brown was great. She carried the movie on her back the whole way, outshining Sherlock everywhere that she went. I actually enjoyed the story of Enola Holmes and what she was trying to do throughout the movie and solving crimes like her brother. And overall, it's a nice movie to watch on Netflix. I didn't have a problem watching it at all. And I hear they want to do more spinoff series. I guess I'll watch the next one just because this one was all right. So if I was going to rate it,
better than all right. It was pretty good.
I'll give it a 2.5 out of 5 stars. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. It's just I'm not going to bump it to a 3. I enjoyed it. It was decent enough. Daniel?
Okay, I just want to say, I mean, I do agree with that. I think there could have been more deduction going on between her and with Sherlock. I mean, there was some, but it wasn't where they usually break it down and they kind of like they connect all the pieces, and then you're sitting there going, "Holy crap! Wow!" And it wasn't that, but the action, the scenes, the setups, the everything. Her acting was just brilliant. I mean, it was wonderful. I'm gonna give it a 3.5, 4.
All right, Bethany, what would you rate it?
I'll give it a 4.5. I thought it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it more than the other movie we're going to talk about. So it was, I'd not say I didn't like that one, but I really, really enjoyed this. It kind of reminded me a little bit of Little Women from last year, just the vibe of it. It was fun, and I think it was cute. And if you've got the time to watch it, definitely sit down and watch it. If you don't have the time, make some time and watch it, because it's a fun little movie. And the love interest, I guess, reminds me a lot of young Ben Barnes. So,
yeah.
Well, if you all in the comments have seen it, just let us know what you thought of it. Phil had not seen it. We kind of roped him in here at the last second, so that's why we didn't hear from Phil. But we're going to hear from Phil first on this next one. We're going to do The Devil All the Time, which is also Netflix. Tom Holland, Robert Pattinson, Bill Skarsgård,
Sebastian
Phil,
Stan.
Tell us what your thoughts are on The Devil All the Time.
Devil All the Time is a very good movie. I might even say that it is the best movie of the year so far. Granted, there hasn't been too much coming out this year, but I do think The Devil All the Time is arguably the best movie of the year so far. I think it is epic in scope, kind of like, I guess, an adult epic focusing on adult situations and problems. It has a vibe of several different stories interconnecting in some way. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I do think the movie can get weak or a little bit weaker when it focuses on two specific characters, kind of, I guess, the serial killers of the story. I think that their stories are weak compared to everything else that we see, and at times even just borderline not even offering anything into the story except just some mindless and useless violence. But other than that, I think the rest of the movie is very, very good, and definitely enjoyed it.
All right, Daniel, what do you think of Devil All the Time?
I mean, I was blown away by this. I've seen it 3 times since I first watched it. The characters are so unique. To me, it's character driven. I mean, it's plot driven, but it's character driven. Such strong, amazing characters. And then there's a lot of, like traditional Southern sort of, Southern accents. And then there's some Northern Southern accents are a little snivelly, and I'm kind of wondering what's going on.
Those are some good accents.
Yeah. Hey. But yeah, I mean, I love all that, and it's fun. And to see somebody like Robert Pattinson just go ham, oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, dude, I've never seen you do scenes like this. Is insane. But I mean, I loved it. I love the guy that got stung by all the spiders on his head. That dude was a trip. And then the harmonization they did with his brother, it was amazing. I mean, it was just really good. I mean, this movie shocked me on how good it was. I want to say, see it. You got to see it.
Bethany, what'd you think?
I liked it. I don't think it's that great. I still think The Invisible Man is probably the best movie to come out this year. It's not a bad movie. I definitely agree with Phil on the serial killer storyline being like very weak. It's like they wasn't fleshed out enough. I don't remember the runtime on the movie, but it didn't feel like a very long movie. It wasn't a long movie, I don't think. But it didn't feel like it was a short movie either. You know what I mean? Like, But Tom Holland was great. Robert Pattinson was delightfully creepy and disgusting. And yeah, I would have actually preferred to maybe have seen it as a limited series, like an 8-episode, 6-episode type deal, where they had more time to flesh out some of the characters, or to at least do more with that serial killer storyline, because they were just, Jason Clarke is great, and Riley Keough is also very good, and they were just kind of a throwaway pairing in the movie, and would have liked to see more of them, more, I mean, they could have done something there. But I guess they were, forced to work with what they had. It kind of reminded me of 2012's Lawless with Tom Hardy, Jason Clarke, and Shia LaBeouf. Lawless was a lot better, in my opinion, than this, but it's not a bad movie. It's definitely not child-friendly like Enola Holmes is, though.
No.
Definitely not child-friendly.
Nope.
So I didn't do my homework. I did not watch The Devil All the Time yet. I ran into too many things that I was doing. I was trying to watch Enola Holmes, watch the other movies that we're going to review, and I just simply ran out of time with all the other stuff that I'm doing. But that is definitely going to be watched by me here very, very soon, because I've wanted to see it since I saw the trailer. So, Phil, what would you rate it out of 5?
3.5, or let's say 3.79.
3.79. All right, Daniel.
Okay, I'm gonna go with a solid 4 just because I've seen it 3 times. If I don't give a movie a 4, I'm not gonna watch it once, much less, twice. I watched it 3 times. I really loved it. I just love the character development. I know it's a lot of adult scenes and hard scenes to watch, but you know what? Those movies are good, and we need to watch those movies. You know, I'm serious. It's good.
Bethany, what would you rate it?
I'll give it a 2.79. Probably come back to it. That's my goal, Darby. I'm trying to take over the show. I'll give it a 2.79. Probably go back and watch it again, see if I like it anymore. Like, there's some movies I watched the first time, not big on. Watch it the second time, love it a lot more. So, and I also want to read the book and see, the differences.
All right, those were our.
The book is the narrator of the movie. I thought that was interesting. I didn't know that until after I did some research after I watched it.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, well, those are our reviews of the Netflix shows here. So now we're going to jump into the Star Wars bracket. That's why some of you are probably here. This was voted on by you guys. I threw up all 11 Star Wars movies. I left out the cartoons and the Christmas special. But all the theatrical ones that happened. And you all just narrowed it out, and you took out Solo, The Last Jedi, and The Rise of Skywalker. Those are the 3 that didn't make it. So we're going to look at the first matchup, and our first matchup here is The Empire Strikes Back and Attack of the Clones. So we'll start with Phil. Phil, Empire Strikes Back or Attack of the Clones?
Empire Strikes Back, but I do like Attack of the Clones. It's a guilty pleasure movie. It's not good, but I thoroughly enjoy it.
All right, y'all don't forget to vote over here in the comments, because we're going to add in our scores and your scores. So Empire Strikes Back or Attack of the Clones, y'all comment over here. Daniel.
Okay, now this may be a shot. I don't know, but I like Attack of the Clones better. I mean, I know it's a lot of people say it's a garbage movie, but to me it was great. I really enjoyed it because you know what? The graphics are mind blowing. The scenes and the stuff. I hate to say it, but like I this past 2 weeks I've watched the entire series like maybe 3 times just because I'm just like absorbing myself into it for this show, and we were trying to get ready and everything, but. Yeah, Attack of the Clones is great. Like, it's really good. Like, I know it's got things that like mess with you and it's things that are awful about it, but it's really a good movie. That's just my opinion.
Okay. Hey, it's your opinion.
Yeah. After you go, because I can't.
Go ahead. As much as I want to vote for Hayden Christensen, I'm gonna go with Empire. I'm not a big fan of the originals at all. I don't think that they're as great as everybody says they are. Attack of the Clones is just not one that I'm very big on either. I have opinions about all of them and everything. We'll get into them as this goes on, but I'll go with Empire over Attack of the Clones. Sorry, Hayden.
All right, I'm going to make this very simple. Empire Strikes Back is the best Star Wars movie, and Attack of the Clones is the worst. So I'm definitely going to go with Empire.
Have you met the Phantom Menace? Have you met The Last Jedi? Have you met Rise of Skywalker? Have you met The Force Awakens?
It had Darth Maul, and it had Duel of the Fates, which is 2 of the greatest things in Star Wars.
Okay, good scenes, but not good movies.
Sand, because it's coarse and dry, and it gets all over.
It's rough.
It's
rough.
It's terrible.
It's
rough. All right, so I'm going to go with
Empire.
It's not that controversial.
All right, so that was 3 for Empire. That was 1 for Attack of the Clones. We're going to take a look over here. So Bethany with our counter. Looks like that's 4-1. There she goes. All right, we got 5-1. Sure what that means. 6-1, 7-1. Sarah 8-1. Corey says Empire 9-1, and the last 2 prequels are the ugliest Star Wars movies, and Clones is one of the worst looking movies ever. So I'm guessing Josh is going Empire as well. Save the Sandlot, right? My bad, Sarah. I try to throw everything I can about Attack of the Clones out of my head. And Darby says cringiest love story. Yes, very much so. So Empire is going to move on, and that
to
bracket
the surprise of no one.
Yes, to the surprise of no one. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do the second part of that as well. We're going to take a look here. It's going to be The Force Awakens against Rogue One. And yes, IMDb does have The Force Awakens rated higher than Rogue One, which I can't believe either. So we're going to start with Bethany. Bethany, The Force Awakens or Rogue One?
Rogue One. It has like the icon of all icons, Darth Vader, in the best 2 scenes in film history. Don't choke on your aspirations. He turned off his life support system so he could have that dramatic AF moment of coming out of the darkness. Also, the storyline is just superior to pretty much anything that's, been done. Everyone, like, spoiler alert, everyone dying at the end, heartbreaking. Like, you knew it was coming, but they still did it, and you're just like, this isn't how Star Wars works. People don't die like this. But it did, and we appreciate their sacrifices. So, Rogue One.
So when I went into Rogue One, I wanted one thing and one thing only. I wanted everybody to die because I didn't want to have any explanation of where did they go in A New Hope. And that absolutely happened. And I love Rogue One. It's shot so well. The Vader scene, the characters are great. Rogue One, easy. The Force Awakens is the best of the new trilogy. And it's not a terrible movie. I love Adam Driver as much as Bethany loves Hayden Christensen. But it's Rogue One for me. Phil?
Rogue One, easily. It's one Forrest Whitaker away from being a perfect movie.
I agree.
Yeah.
It was rough in that.
Yeah.
Daniel, Rogue One or The Force Awakens?
I'm gonna have to disagree with y'all. I'm gonna go with the Force Awakens, and I don't mean to be a bud, but I watched that movie and I'm like, where are all the people I know? I mean, they're not here
Because they can't be there.
I know it's before, but I'm just saying, I was just lackluster. Okay, I got to get to know all these weird people who have no charisma, in my opinion.
Emotionally invested in Baze and Chirrut and Bodhi and Cassian and Jin and K2. Like, what is wrong with you? I was emotionally invested in Bodhi. Bodhi's dead. Oh my god! I was upset.
She froze herself. She was so upset.
And Chirrut? I'm up with the Force. The Force is with me. That's upsetting. And then you have The Force Awakens, so it's just a shot-for-shot remake of A New Hope. But go off, I guess.
What other movie are you gonna get where you see Han Solo die? I mean, and the scenes in the forest where they're fighting and then freaking, I mean, my God, it was great.
Okay, you're fighting on a planet that doesn't even make sense. If it absorbs the nearest star, everyone is dead. How is it shooting the power of a star? Like, they're on the surface of an ice planet, and then they absorb the nearest heat source. How are they fighting on that surface and not dying?
Let me say this. I am a character actor person. If a movie has no charisma, blah actors, I'm not with it. I don't care what it is. So I'm with Josh. Yeah.
So we're going to tally up the votes here. So that was 3-1 with Daniel out there as well. So we've got Rogue One, 5, 6, 7, 8. Shout out to the Vader suit I wore at the premiere that doesn't fit me anymore. Looks like
That's
8. Everybody else is just, I would say 8-2 because it looks like Josh would have voted for The Force Awakens as well. So 8-2. Rogue One's going to move on against Empire in the left hand of the bracket. So we'll get to the right side of the bracket here in just a bit. But first, we're going to do Witch Hunt review. And y'all might ask yourselves, what is Witch Hunt? I haven't heard that one come out yet. Well, Witch Hunt is a play for a high school play. Since Phil is a high school teacher and he does their theater production, Phil actually wrote and directed a play, and then he sent it to us to watch and review. So I figured we would have Phil come on. So we're going to leave Phil for last. Daniel, you're going to tell us what you thought of Witch Hunt.
Okay, I just want to give Phil and his students a shout out. Oh my God, what an amazing feat to pull something like this off. And being in high school, what an experience too, to be able to perform a play that was produced and written for you. I mean, I enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I do have one critique about like the whole gallows thing. I was like, how many times are they sending people to the gallows? Oh my God. But anyways, I had fun with it. I really enjoy watching it. And I can say you've got some really promising actors and actresses in that group. And kudos to Phil, man. Like I heard your voice, like when they were saying the lines and everything. And I felt really good. I mean, it pulled it together for me, and that I know you. And I hope you all had fun with it, because it looked like you all are having a blast with that. So good job, everybody.
Bethany, what'd you think?
I enjoyed this. I thought it was very delightful. My dream role is to be the butcher. I want to start out laying in a pile of hay. I want to have people pick me, pour water on me, then drag me off scene and hang me from the gallows. That is my dream role right there. No, I thought like this was a lot of fun. I'm really happy that these students have the opportunity to do this. I know our county schools where we live, they do have a play theater type program that they can do, but it was always musicals. And for those of us that can't sing well, you don't do musicals. And so I thought it would have been fun to have just normal like plays with acting. And I think it's really cool that they got to do this. You could tell they had a lot of fun with it. The plot's a little predictable, but that's not a bad thing, because it's fun how you got there with it, versus like if it was just some out of nowhere Last Jedi BS, then I would have more of a gripe. But I thought everyone did really well. They had fun. Story was fun. Acting was very good, and can't wait to see another one. Hopefully, next year, next semester, something like that.
All right, I'll bring your question up here in a minute, Josh, after we get Phil to talk about it, and we'll see if he can answer your question for you. But I watched it. I watch a lot of the stuff that Phil directs at the play, or when he does plays at Tupelo High School, but he's never written and directed one at the same time. So when he told me about this, I was on board. I watched. I just played the guessing game the entire time. It's called Witch Hunt, so you're trying to figure out who the witch is. Like Bethany said, I did figure it out about a quarter of the way in the direction he's going, but that's just because I know who Phil is. I know how he writes. So the characters were really good. The people playing them were really good. They really stepped into their role. They did the best thing that you could see.
Mary had a fantastic accent, by the way.
With the problems that they had, because of course they have no crowd, they have nobody to play off of, there's no laughter, there's none of that. So they're just playing on camera, and it was really good to see that they just went for it, went for those roles, and they never broke, and everything was really good. The plot line was it starts in the 1600s and it goes all the way to 2020. It's just a mix of everything.
There's a chicken named Snickers.
Yes, the chicken lady that made me laugh a lot. So it's very well done. Next time I'll go shoot it for him. I'll set it up and I'll shoot it and I'll edit it for him. But I thought overall it was very well done, and kudos to you for writing a good play. So now we're going to bring in the writer and director himself of Witch Hunt, where Josh asks, is it posted anywhere? Phil can let you know this, but this is the man who wrote and directed it. Phil, go ahead.
First things first, Josh, yes, it is posted on our Tupelo High School Vimeo page. And because we're still relatively new, if you just type in Witch Hunt and Tupelo High School into the search bar, you'll still get a bunch of drivel before you actually get to our performance. But there is a link floating around on Facebook. I know that it's shared from the Tupelo High School Facebook page and from our Twitter. And if worse comes worse, I'll share it with Matt and he can post it to the Movie Rounders.
Yeah, I'll put it in the comments after we're done with the show.
It's a little less than an hour long, so it's not too much time or anything like that. But the writing and direction is so fantastic. I give it a 5 out of 5. And Matt, if you share that last comment that popped up, this is the butcher. This is Harold.
This is the butcher.
One critique. I saw some breathing, Mr. Butcher.
I did see some breathing.
Totally his fault.
You're going to have to commit next time.
When we did that take, we poured the water right on his face, and we used that take, but
you waterboarded him?
essentially waterboarded him. And right after the camera cuts, he sits up and is trying to catch his breath. So that may have been my fault on there. But no, we had a great time.
It looked like y'all had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It's something I've been working on for about 3 years. I started it 3 years ago, and it's hard to talk about the themes and the ideas. Yeah, here come my students in here talking about everything. Thank you, Jason. There's the link for you if anybody wants to go check it out.
Yes, Darby has posted it here for you guys.
But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and it's hard to get into the themes and morals and what I was trying to say with Witch Hunt without spoiling it. But my best attempt at that, and Matt knows what kind of person I am and how I feel. It does not surprise me at all that he figured it out so quick, because he knows how I feel about that specific, I guess, group of people. And but basically, it was just me venting frustrations. And for anybody out there who wants to be a writer, starting with things that just anger you and you're passionate about, and that just keep you up at night. It's a great way to vent those frustrations. I've always been fascinated with witches and covens and cults and horror. So I use that as a vehicle to guide the way of a community of people who are so easily manipulated, so dumb, with a mayor and a leader who is so unintelligent, and putting it all together and being totally manipulated and taken advantage of by someone that they assume they can trust. Those are the kinds of things I was thinking about while writing. And the characters are just characters I would have enjoyed seeing. I would have enjoyed playing or having people play. And this year was the perfect year to do it. I think the story of Witch Hunt is more relevant now than ever. It's more relevant now than when I wrote it back in like 2017, and I've continually updated it. And my students who performed it have read it the last 2 years and have offered notes and tweaked it. So they actually get some credit as being some of the writers, and some of the lines we added on the spot. And I know that a few of the things that the students were like, can I say this instead? Or it would make sense if I said this instead. So no, we just had a great time. We were able to do a parent night, so some parents were able to come out and watch it. But hindsight's 2020, and if I could go back and do the shoot all over again, stage lights and video cameras do not play nice together. And there are areas in Witch Hunt where the saturation, because the camera adjusts to the light where the students are, but then they come up to the front of the stage where the light is boiling their face, and the camera's like, okay, well, we won't do anything about that. So I had to lower the saturation in post, but then the color correction did not match the previous scene. And there was a lot of editing mistakes. So next time I definitely like to have a professional come and shoot it for us. I don't know any professional filmmakers or people who are professional on the cameras.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody who's any good. But if I ever find someone, then I'll definitely do that. But I appreciate you guys watching it and reviewing it. And for the students that are here, hey guys, go ahead and say something over here in the comments just so they can, they were already bragging on you guys earlier, but if they know that y'all are here, they'll brag on you. But I'll show them what y'all said, and we appreciate that. And yeah, if for anybody out there listening, if you haven't seen it, go check it out. Darby posted the link down there, and it's like I said, about 50 minutes.
It's 55, and it's very fun. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I think everyone did a really good job with that. I was impressed with everyone. I, too, would like to send everyone to the gallows at any given moment for annoying me. I would send as many people as the mayor did, and I would even hang a dead man. So.
All righty. So Josh says you can't wait to watch it. So, yeah, y'all check out that link down there. Darby posted it. So if you guys want to watch Witch Hunt, go out there and watch it and let Phil know.
I got some spare change for you.
Shelby here.
That is Shiva Longbottom. She played Shiva Longbottom.
All right. So glad to have you all in here. Hopefully you all will join us in our Star Wars bracket. We're about to jump that right back up here. We're now to the right side. So on the left side, it's Empire Strikes Back and Rogue One made it through. So now we're on the right side. We have the number 2 movie, A New Hope, against number 7, The Phantom Menace. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with Daniel, because I don't think I'm going to be surprised at what Daniel's about to pick here. Daniel, A New Hope or The Phantom Menace, and you all comment on the side of which one you're going to pick, because we're going to add in your votes. Daniel?
All right, I'm going to have to go with Phantom Menace. I love the characters. I love Qui-Gon Jinn and the
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn. But I mean, I love the characters. I love the story arc. I love the pacing of it. I like how it's the discovery of Anakin. I mean, to me, that's just, I love the pod racing, all that stuff. It just kicks butt. I mean, I enjoy this movie. I will watch it again and again. It does not disappoint.
All right, Bethany.
Now this is pod racing. I don't, like I said earlier, I really do not just like care for the originals at all. I came in on the prequels, not the sequels. Good Lord. I think, yeah, I enjoy Phantom Menace, and I enjoy it, kind of for the reasons that Matt said with Darth Maul and Duel of the Fates, even though I was trash talking it earlier. Qui-Gon Jinn, of course.
Real quick, let me just jump in. I'm going to say A New Hope. I got to go check on something real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. So we'll be right back.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
Qui-Gon Jinn. No.
But
Sorry.
yeah, Dan, you might as well change that to your username for the rest of the show.
I'm telling you.
So I'm gonna go with Phantom Menace on this one.
All right. I'm definitely going with A New Hope. The original trilogy is just too good for me. Until we get to the next vote, then it's going to get very interesting. But yeah, definitely A New Hope. It kicked off my Star Wars craze. It's got everything in it. Harrison Ford is just at his best. It was just great to see a lightsaber because it's probably my favorite movie weapon there is. So I'm definitely going to go with A New Hope. It launched my Star Wars fandom. So looking through here, we're going to see 2-2 as Bethany has it up there. So Brian with A New Hope, that's 3-2, 4-2, 5-2. Shanna joining us here. I have to go divorce my wife real fast with the Phantom Menace, 4-3. JB, who doesn't?
That's 5-3 now.
Yes.
6-3.
Evan Morris here. New Hope. Midichlorians are trash. All right. Welcome, Evan Morris. New Hope there. So I believe, where are we at? 7-3?
7-3 with Josh's vote.
Oh, 7-3 with Josh's vote. I don't know what they're doing, Josh. I can't figure them out. My buddy Ryan, A New Hope, first one I ever saw, and it stuck with me. So I believe we're at 8-3. Sarah, Phantom Menace, Padme defeats Naboo invasions. I love Duel of the Fates. Don't get me wrong. Duel of the Fates is great, and so is Darth Maul. Alex joining us here saying A New Hope. So I'm guessing that's 9-4 is what we're looking at there.
Yep.
So 9-4, A New Hope is going to take it there for us. So we thank you all for voting into that one. All right, and we're actually going to go to the next one here because we're going to run through our next two topics real quick. But we're going to go into the next vote just so we can get it down to the final four. And that next vote is going to be Return of the Jedi against Revenge of the Sith. I know I have it down here somewhere, but I'm just going to leave it. Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith. I can't wait to see what Bethany's going to pick in this one. Y'all comment over here. Let us know. Do you want Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith? Bethany?
Revenge of the Sith. First of all, that movie is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like top tier movie, one of the best Star Wars movies of all time. And I will fight you on that. Like physical, you've never even watched Star Wars, so shut up down there, Mom. I will physically fist fight you, and I will win that fight because I will kneecap you if need be. I'm short and I'm fast. No, Revenge of the Sith is peak Star Wars. It is the best Star Wars, the best lightsaber duel that they have ever done. Hayden Christensen's abs are also very valid in that movie. Yeah, Return of the Jedi just doesn't really hold a candle to Revenge of the Sith.
Daniel, Return of the Jedi or Revenge of the Sith?
Okay, well, I want to tell you, I went to the movies as a kid and watched Return of the Jedi. But Revenge of the Sith to me is like so much better. I mean, the graphics. I mean, and I don't mean to be dissing on the originals, but and when you're looking at sets and it's just garbage, and then you're looking at digital sets which are polished and amazing, and the graphics and the buildings and the architecture and the I mean, there's no comparison. Revenge of the Sith to me, although I love Return of the Jedi, but Revenge of the Sith.
All right, Phil, welcome back. Revenge of the Sith or Return of the Jedi?
Revenge of the Sith. It's not close. Go next.
These two are actually right there in the middle of the pack. They're like 1 and 2 right there in the middle of the pack for me. And I had a tough time thinking about this. There's great moments that I love about Return of the Jedi, but if I'm going to be honest with myself, Revenge of the Sith has the best. It has the best Star Wars battle in all of Star Wars. It just simply does.
The only thing that could have made it better was if he had a red lightsaber. That's the only thing that could have made the movie better.
The turn that he does is great. Yoda with the Emperor is great.
Yes.
I find myself liking Revenge of the Sith just a bit more than Return of the Jedi. But like I said, they're right there. They're neck and neck with each other. So I'm going to have to go with Revenge of the Sith. So is that all 4 of us going Revenge of the Sith?
Yes.
All right. So hold on. We had a lot of comments come in. All right. So Bethany's mom says Jedi. So 4-1. There's only one return, and it's Jedi from Ryan. So that's 4-2. Jamie says Return of the Jedi 4-3.
Return of the Jody. I've never heard of the Return of the Jody.
Yes. I'm guessing Josh is going with Jedi. So that's 4-4. The commenters just completely changed that one. Sarah with Revenge of the Sith with Hayden Christensen's abs. So that's 5-4. Shannon coming in with Return of the Jedi. Darby hitting Revenge of the Sith. So where are we at? 6-5. Revenge of the Sith. All right, we saw Josh's vote with he's already picked. Alex, you know, a movie's great when Hayden Christensen's abs are your third argument.
It's a very good argument.
I'm not sure which one Alex picked there, and I know he's a big Star Wars fan, so we'll just leave that one blank because I'm not sure which way he's going. I think he's probably going Jedi, though, but I don't want to speak for Alex. Brian says Sith is easily the best prequel, but Return of the Jedi it is for me, so 6-6. We're getting there. For once, Bethany is right.
I'm always right, Darby, so shut up.
There is Alex coming in with Return of the Jedi. That is his pick.
I swear to God, if someone doesn't get in here and vote Revenge of the Sith one more time.
It is 7-6.
You heifers. You heifers. Someone change their vote right now.
Any more comments?
I've had my heart broken this week by the Dallas Stars losing. I'm not doing this.
All right.
I'm not doing this.
We're going twice. And there's no more votes. It's going to be Return of the Jedi.
Which one of you is the NHL referee?
All right.
I'm going to hunt you down. I'm going to kneecap you.
So we're going to let Bethany come back down here. We're going to go into our next topic, and then after that we have next 2 topics real quick. But our next topic here is going to be the WandaVision trailer. So MCU released the WandaVision trailer that'll be on Disney Plus. We watched it. We're going to give you our thoughts. Daniel, your thoughts on the WandaVision trailer?
Okay, well, let me just say this. At the beginning, when I first watched this, I was a little confused. I thought this was going to be a movie, but no, this is a series.
Yes.
It's going to be amazing. I can't wait. Oh, my God. Like, I'm excited because you know what? I don't really have enough of Vision and Wanda and the witch and whatever in my life. And I don't really know much about them. So you know what? This is just like, this is those gratin potatoes that I can't eat. I want some more of them. You know, I'm serious.
The guys are all doing keto, so that's why they can't eat
this show in my life. I need it. Come on.
Phil, tell us what you thought about the WandaVision trailer.
Matt can attest to this. I do not like Disney at all. I actually refuse to pay to see any of their movies in theaters. With that being said, WandaVision looks so good that it's hard to believe that Disney is involved or otherwise connected. It doesn't even look like something that Disney would go near, which is a good thing for Disney because they've become accustomed to just putting out trash after trash after trash. With that being said, I'm very excited for WandaVision. And if there's a way I can watch it for free, I definitely will. But I still refuse to give Disney any of my money. So it looks very, very good. I'll say that. It looks very good.
I think WandaVision looks incredible. There's so many different ways they can go with it. There's so many different comic book storylines that they can do. I'm just excited to see how it lifts off the ground, where they go. I like that they've added Catherine Hahn to it. I think Catherine Hahn is great.
Yeah.
But just to see the story between Vision and Scarlet Witch again, I'm all in. I'm all excited to see it. and it looks like they're just going to go from early sitcoms TV to later. It just looks great. Bethany?
So this more than likely is going to do a version of the House of M storyline and introduce mutants to the MCU now that Disney owns everything, I guess. And the only thing I have to say is that if Kevin Feige, however you say his name, doesn't do the right freaking thing and bring Pietro Maximoff back, I'm going to kneecap him too. I'm adding him to the list. I'm adding all of you that voted for Return of the Jedi. I'm adding the entire Tampa Bay Lightning team that is going to give COVID to the entire state of Florida by having fans drink out of the Stanley Cup. And him. I will kneecap him.
All right, Darby says looks great. Trailer release was a total way to get out of the ruining for a few days of delay of Phase 4. So that was our quick reviews of the WandaVision trailer. So we're going to go into.
It does look good though.
We're going to go into a few other things before we get into that final 4 of the Star Wars here. Just want to make sure we get all of our topics talked about. It came out that Henry Cavil, your Superman, your Witcher, wants to also be the next James Bond. So I'm not sure how that'll work with his very busy schedule. If he does decide to come back and be Superman, I guess I read where he didn't want to come back and do anything with Snyder Cut, with reshoots or any of that stuff. He just said, yeah, I'm done with that. So we just watched him as Sherlock Holmes and Enola Holmes. Phil, I don't think you watch much Bond, but would you watch Henry Cavill as James Bond?
I don't care. I only one person I'll watch as Bond is Pierce Brosnan. If it ain't him, I don't care about James Bond.
That was our Bond growing up. Daniel.
My only request is give the man a good script, because if you don't do the character justice with the writing, it's not gonna fly, But yeah, he could do it. He's an amazing actor. He's the hunky dude that everybody loves. He can do this, and it'll be amazing. Sign me up.
So Idris Elba was in talks about being Bond, as Josh writes here, but I'm not sure what happened with all those talks, because now I heard them talking about Tom Hardy. Now Henry Cavill wants to be Bond. So I enjoy the James Bond series when they're good, not so much when they're bad. Casino Royale is definitely my favorite Bond of all time. The first one that Daniel Craig did, I loved it. I love the Pierce Brosnan movies, some of them. Other than that, I'm not a huge Bond person. I never went back and watched Connery, Moore, all of those old ones. But yeah, I'll definitely stick around for Henry Cavill. I like a lot of the stuff that he does, and he's a very charismatic guy, and I think he can pull off the role very well. Bethany?
I don't care about James Bond. I don't really care about Henry Cavill. I don't get the appeal. I mean, he's a moderately attractive, conventionally handsome white man. It is what it is. I'd rather see anyone else be James Bond. I don't know where this Henry Cavill wants to be James Bond came from. The last I heard, it was Tom Hardy was going to be the next James Bond. I'm okay with 5'9" Tom Hardy being James Bond. I don't really care about Henry Cavill.
All right. So no Henry Cavill there for Bethany. Brian with Goldeneye and Skyfall. All righty. Goldeneye was great with Pierce Brosnan. That was his first take into the role. We're going to look here at our next topic here, and that was The Lion King 2 was announced, being directed by Barry Jenkins. I guess I'll start with this. Y'all can give us your thoughts in the comments on The Lion King 2. The Lion King was fine for what it was with Jon Favreau. It wasn't my favorite of all those remakes at all. The lines didn't have any features going on, but the music was fine. I enjoyed a lot of the voice acting in The Lion King. I 1000% don't need another one.
Yeah.
This is the ultimate. Let's try and grab another $1 billion from Disney. And Barry Jenkins is great. He's a great director. I just don't need another Lion King. I really don't. I don't care where they go on from here. I know they made another cartoon one that was Simba's Pride, and then you had Lion King 1.5. I get that. I don't need another
Lion King 2 was Simba's Pride.
Yeah, Lion King 2, Simba's Pride. Daniel, what are your thoughts?
Oh my God. I don't think it'll be good at all. I hate to say it. I mean, but once you set the bar so high with a movie, and and then you remake it in live action and all, I don't know. To me, it's just like waiting to flop. It's out there somewhere in the universe, and it's waiting to like be given light or water or something. It's just gonna like flop around. I'm sorry. I don't think it's gonna be any good. That's just me. I mean, I hope it'll be great. I love it, but it's not gonna happen probably.
All right, Bethany, Lion King 2.
So my fear is we're going to have a lot of furries.
Yeah.
Because every person I know was attracted to Kovu for some reason. He was the lion bad boy. And every child that watched that movie just loved Kovu. And now we're going to have live action Kovu.
Yeah.
That's the story they go with.
Live
action Kovu. I'm worried. I mean, I know they're harmless. If they just like that's their thing, I guess. But it concerns me. No, I really don't care. I don't think that there's a reason in making it. I enjoyed The Lion King 2 as a cartoon. I enjoyed The Lion King as a cartoon. The new one, it was okay. There was some really bad voice acting on a couple parts there. I don't care what you say, Matt. There was some really bad voice acting, and no offense to Miss Beyonce Knowles, but that wasn't it. That wasn't it. And I don't think it's necessary. I don't get why, when there's other stuff that they could do, like they could take their actual people movies and make them live action, like they're doing with The Little Mermaid. I'm excited about that one. Right. I think when you get into the land of the animals, like they do, the Jungle Book worked because there was still people in the movie, more or less. But when you just kind of get into just straight, The Lion King by itself, we kind of saw it with the new one. The faces, they're real animal faces, and it doesn't. It's just you. See, it doesn't have the appeal of Homeward Bound. Homeward Bound was good, and this just doesn't work. And I mean, a lot of people have like really like cherished memories with these movies, and it doesn't equate. It doesn't balance out. So I don't think that they need to do it. But like you said, it's $1 billion cash grab attempt, and they don't need it because they just laid off 28,000 employees, and they're raising all their furloughed or whatever employees back to their original pre-COVID salaries, when you could be paying for those 28,000 employees you just laid off. But whatever, Disney, do what you want.
Let's go down here to Mr. Disney himself. Phil, Lion King 2.
I don't understand, with all the shortcomings of the first live action remake, your solution to make a better movie is to go to an indie amateur film director. And I'm not incredibly impressed with his filmography either. So I don't think
I don't even know who he is.
I don't think he brings anything to the table. I think he's a poor storyteller. And I don't see a scenario where this turns out well, but I've been wrong in the past, so we'll see.
All right, so that was our thoughts on The Lion King 2 that was announced and coming. So we're going to get into our final four of the Star Wars bracket. So if we bring the Star Wars bracket back up, our final four here on the left side, we're going to do Empire Strikes Back against Rogue One. This here should be pretty interesting. Y'all comment on the rights, or comment over here, Empire Strikes Back or Rogue One. We're going to start with Daniel, because we know how much Daniel likes the original trilogy.
Yeah.
All right, Daniel, what you got?
All right, so I'm going to have to go with Empire Strikes Back on this.
All right. Nice pick there, Daniel. Phil, Empire Strikes Back, Rogue One?
It is Rogue One, and it is not close.
Bethany?
It is Rogue One by light years.
By light year. Yeah, it's definitely Empire Strikes Back for me. It's my favorite Star Wars movie of all time. It just is. All right, so we're gonna wait for you guys to jump in here with your comments, because we're split here 2-2. So Empire, Rogue One, y'all get those in here. So we've got Brian says, talk about impossible choice. He's going to go Empire by a hair. And Shanna's going with Empire Strikes Back, of course, as she adds in here. Just bring some of these up while the rest of you get ready to vote in here. Empire or Rogue One. We've got Josh, who's just letting you know some Barry Jenkins. He did Moonlight, which is a Best Picture winner. If Beale Street Could Talk.
I haven't had a chance to see that one. I want to watch it.
All right. So
It does now for like 2 years.
Darby, who says this is tough. Empire Strikes Back, but Rogue One is my second favorite. So we have another one for Empire Strikes Back. Jamie comes in with Rogue One. Josh says Empire. Alex comes in and says, that's a long hair, Empire. Cindy, your mom, comes in and says Empire.
You don't even watch Star Wars. You don't even watch them.
So what's our count up to here, Bethany?
8-3.
8-3 in favor of The Empire Strikes Back.
I'm not counting her vote because she doesn't watch Star Wars.
So even if we knocked it back to 7-3, I'm not seeing any other votes coming in at the moment.
Next message from 5 people, and they all say Rogue One.
Okay,
Oh,
so
you got a
that's,
message from 5 people that
that's
said Rogue
8-7. 8-7. I have a Snapchat from 6 different people, and that's gonna put it at 14-7.
So we can only go by the comments that are here.
Nope, it doesn't matter. I'm getting the feedback that's coming through the earpiece here, Matt. I am an NHL referee, and I will rig this system to benefit the team that I want to win because the NHL said so. And it is Rogue One that is going to win tonight. So, I don't care what you say.
Oh, we got Sarah coming in. It's going to be 7-4 with Sarah's extra vote of Rogue One here.
I'm not a cheater, Mom, by the way. You're picking movies that you don't even want. That's cheating. You're rigging the vote against me. You know I suffered a heartbreak this week. I don't want to hear this.
So with a vote of 7-4, it's going to be
horrible taste in movies.
Empire Strikes Back.
Bethany, you sound like me during the Christopher Nolan bracket. I was so angry I had to leave it. I just left that night.
You left me hanging. Phil, like you could have helped me on that bracket.
Help. They deleted everything. They got rid of anything good. Batman fanboys everywhere.
I've got your backs, commenters. We'll get through this. Much the best.
No, the commenters and Matt are rigging the system. We've been over this. Matt rigs the system.
So now we have A New Hope against Return of the Jedi, 2 original movies. So let's take a look here. We've got Jason saying, still salty about Lightning, and Josh just laughing at everybody.
Lightning didn't deserve the championship. They had no penalties called on them when they deserved it. They only called penalties on Dallas Stars. Suck it, Lightning. You're going to give everyone COVID again.
So, Bethany, we'll start with you. A New Hope or Return of the Jedi?
Revenge of the Sith.
I figured I saw that coming. Y'all comment in the comments over there, A New Hope or Return of the Jedi, so that we can get your vote locked in, so we can get it down to the final 2 before we do our last topic. Daniel, A New Hope or Return of the Jedi?
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the Jedi. Phil?
A New Hope. Oh, my God.
Return of the Jedi. Yeah, I'm definitely going to go with A New Hope as well. It's just better than Jedi to me. Yeah, it's the one that kicked it off, and it was really well done then. So the commenters are coming in here. So that is 2-1 in favor of A New Hope. We've got Brian that says Return of the Jedi, so 2-2. Sarah with Return of the Jedi, so that makes 3-2. Josh making it 3-4 with A New Hope. Or am I wrong somewhere?
I'm trying to think. I'm not doing math today.
All right, so we had 2-1 in favor of A New Hope. We'll start over. My bad. We're going to start over. 2-1 in favor of New Hope. Brian came in here, made it 2-2. Sarah made it 2-3 with Return of the Jedi. It's now 3-3 with A New Hope. Shayna comes in. It's 3-4 Return of the Jedi. Whatever Bethany wants.
Revenge of the Sith. Add that one to the original vote.
So that one won't go in. We got Ewoks. Darby comes in and says A New Hope. I believe that makes it 4-4. Is that correct? And then Jamie comes in with Return of the Jedi. So that makes it 4-5. We'll give it here a few seconds just to see if anybody else comes in. If not, it's going to be Return of the Jedi making it. Oh, and we got Alex coming in. Says A New Hope is perfect standalone. Well, I might as well bring it up. New Hope is a perfect standalone story that is only a film in the franchise that could stand alone without wider lore. So Alex going with A New Hope. I believe that tied it up at 5 apiece. So we'll see if anybody else wants to comment in here.
Matt, I have a couple of mail-in ballots. They all say A New Hope.
Do they
Fake
all
news.
wait? No, they
Fake
all
news.
say Revenge of the Sith, Phil. And
No, they-
Rogue One.
A New Hope, and you got to take my word for it. So
I think everybody who's been commenting has now commented in
Oh,
here.
so do I have to be the tiebreaker now, Matt?
No, Bethany did not vote, so she can come in here and she can pick Return of the Jedi that dethroned her movie, or A New Hope that Darby has chosen. So it's up to Bethany. You're the deciding vote. Return of the Jedi or A New Hope.
Rogue One.
I changed my vote to Rogue One as well. So that makes me, Bethany, and her mom on Rogue One.
It's so confusing. I can't keep up.
So we need to get into the last topic. So which one are you going to pick, Bethany?
No.
Nah.
You say A New Hope? Is that what I heard?
Yes.
All right. So
Yeah.
A New Hope is going to make it to the final with Bethany choosing A New Hope over Return of the Jedi.
I was
So
forced
our
into
finals-
this decision.
Our final is going to be Empire Strikes Back against A New Hope. We're going to vote on that in just a few moments, but we had one more topic to talk about, and that is the whole reason I did the Star Wars bracket. This was back when The Mandalorian Season 2 trailer came out. We were on a 2-week hiatus because Tony and I were doing a project. So let's talk about The Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. Let's go to Mr. Disney himself, who I'm sure didn't watch it. Phil, did you watch The Mandalorian Season 2 trailer?
I did not, but I did watch The Mandalorian.
Oh, okay.
And all I got to say is, who cares? Who
Oh.
cares?
Phil's
Most
not big on The Mandalorian.
unimpressive, not going nowhere, not exciting. A bunch of fetch quests. It could have been a good video game, but no, who cares? I don't care about The Mandalorian.
I'm very excited for The Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. They're bringing Jedi into it, so that'd be interesting to see how they do the Jedi, bringing them in from the Clone Wars, bringing them in from maybe Luke trained some for 5 years, and maybe that's where they're bringing them in from. So it's very interesting to see how this story will go. I thought the trailer was spot on. It was very good. Got me excited for Rosario Dawson coming in as Ahsoka from what they say, and I'm very excited to see what it brings. Daniel?
All right. So I just have one thing to tell to request of everyone. Before you watch the trailer, I want you to hit up YouTube and type in My Buddy TV commercial from like 1986. And then word for word in the Mandalorian trailer, he says, My buddy. And then he says, wherever he goes, wherever I go, he goes. Okay. When you watch that TV commercial from like 1986, you're going to see a comparison. It's just brilliant. But anyways, it like connected for me in a big way because like I was a kid during that time. Anyways, I'm excited. I love The Mandalorian. I think it's wonderful. I love the lore. I love the religion part of it. I love the story arcs where, you know, groups of people or beings or whatever, they have this code that they live by and they say, this is the way, you know, all this. And it's just a lot of fun. Getting into that's really fun. And to me, that's where a lot of these new movies and stuff are messing up because they don't have that. You know, that's how you get people into these things is by creating something that people can latch onto. I love it. I'm excited about this new season. I think it's going to be phenomenal. I just hope that one day they're going to walk into a room and there's going to be like 80,000 Yodas in a big room or something. I don't know. I mean, that's what I'm thinking is going to
A
happen.
hive of Yodas.
Yeah. You never.
What do you think?
I would be more excited if the cast wasn't riddled with transphobes. Gina
Quick review
Carano,
there.
Rosario Dawson.
Ah,
Quick review there from Bethany, who would be more excited if other things were happening here in The Mandalorian. So we're going to go with that as Bethany's quick review there. So we're about to be at the hour mark. We're about to be at the hour mark. As you guys have voted, much to Bethany's dismay, as she has voiced it all night, we have The Empire Strikes Back against The New Hope, the two originals in the original trilogy. You've got the original OG Star Wars, and you've got the sequel that still blew everybody away. I'd be excited to see how everybody votes for this. But we will get a vote out of everybody. So y'all in the comments, Empire Strikes Back, A New Hope. Which one is going to be the winner of the Star Wars bracket? Y'all vote over there. Phil, Empire Strikes Back or A New Hope?
A New Hope.
All right. And I'm obviously going to go with The Empire Strikes Back, with A New Hope being my second favorite. Daniel?
Empire Strikes Back, definitely.
All right. And Bethany?
Empire.
Empire Strikes Back. So that's 3 for The Empire Strikes Back, 1 for A New Hope. We're going to get you guys to throw your comments in there, and we're going to start tallying them up. Let us know. Is it going to be Empire or is it going to be A New Hope? So we have 3-1 for Empire. Brian's coming in with Empire. That's 4-1. Sarah, 5-1. Josh, best looking Star Wars movie, Empire by far. That's 6-1. We've got your mom coming back. Empire Strikes Back, 7-1. Shanna coming in with Empire, 8-1. Darby with Empire, 9-1. It looks like The Empire Strikes Back is going to run away clean with this one. So, your best movie of the Star Wars bracket, we thank you all for participating, is The Empire Strikes Back. We thank you all for your comments. Let us know in the comments below what you guys want to see us do next. I think they're going to make me do a Western night next week. So, if y'all like Westerns, come in for that, because they're going to make me do Westerns. So, we thank you all for watching Movie Rounder tonight. We got Bethany upset. We got Daniel jumping. We got Phil in here with his movie. I'm Matt. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next week.